And that is when I told Julia I had to leave.
Wow.
It's all true, Rae. All of it.
I didn't say it wasn't.
No, but talking about it out loud, I could see how people think we're crazy.
People were blaming Julia.
And people blame David, too, after the campsite.
And there's no way he killed those people?
He may have shot people in the street, but he did not kill anyone in the diner or farmhouse. Something must have consumed him. It must have driven him mad. I don't know what came over him. That's why I went to Trust's house.
I understand your reasoning for leaving, but maybe it would have been better if you stayed and explained what happened.
How many times do I have to tell you? The captain doesn't believe me. I would have been arrested. At least now I can continue my research. Speaking of which, have you been able to look into those names?
Before we get to that, tell me about Julia and the guy. What was his name? Benson?
Elliot Benson.
Yeah, how did that go?
Benson's living in a trailer outside of Cheshire near Mount Greylock State Reservation.
How did you find him?
I have my ways.
How's that?
I may have name-dropped when contacting his old residence, which I was able to get from the hospital where he was Baker acted.
They don't give out that kind of information.
They do if you're a cop.
Roland, you used your name?
Not exactly.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me you used mine.
No, I used Jessica's.
Oh, Jesus. You know they'll trace it to you. That won't be hard to do.
If they even figure it out. And by that time, I'm hoping to be long gone.
Well, what did they say?
He wasn't up for talking much. I was only there a half hour. The guy's lost it. Speaks in riddles half the time.
So, he isn't doing better?
No, worse. And he knows it. He takes pills to sleep. It's the only way he can. He gets visions. Like me, with Kent. He sees Trust. He sees his wife. He said he can't handle it. They released him from the ward, but he isn't better. There were needles and pills lying all over his place. The guy was high when I talked to him. He's not well. He kept saying how he wished it was easier.
What was easier?
I don't know. Life? The guy's definitely suicidal.
You need to call someone.
It's no use. He Baker acted himself again recently. They kept him for a week and released him again.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, he was talking to a therapist for a while, but lost his job, lost his insurance, and now he has chickens and eats eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He says he hardly ever leaves the trailer. You should see it. The guy lives in squalor. It's disgusting.
Jesus.
I'm scared, Rae. I'm scared I'm gonna wind up like him.
You're not.
That's why I had to warn Julia.
Which you did?
Yes, whether she takes the advice or not, who knows?
Hopefully she takes it seriously.
Yeah, but even if she does, what will that do? It'll prevent nothing.
Are you still having nightmares?
Yeah, and I'm seeing things during the day now.
Like?
Things that shouldn't be there. Benson said something else. He said that while he's able to control the nightmares with the sleeping pills, he's unable to suppress them during the day.
What does that mean?
He said the line between reality and dreams becoming harder and harder to discern.
Roland, maybe I should come up.
No.
I worry about you.
I appreciate it, but you'll help me more where you are. Now, about those names.
Yeah, let me get my folder. Okay, so I've been going through, seeing what I can find. The April Law story does seem pretty similar to Patricia Sanders. Law was living in an apartment in the downtown area of Texas when one night she went out and stabbed 2 people to death with a screwdriver. She dragged their bodies to some abandoned warehouse and strung them up and cut out their insides.
That's what I read.
Did you know that there was a nasty storm that night?
A storm?
Yeah, brought about flooding in the downtown area.
Shit.
When the cops showed up, she was sitting in the corner of the warehouse humming to herself.
I read she was mumbling.
No, humming. Before the cops could ask her any questions, she yelled, and I quote, "They call upon us." She charged the cops and they shot her.
They call upon us?
I tried looking up the name Sunderland with the date you gave me, 2011. 3 different people matched the description, but sadly, none of them sound remotely familiar. Anthony Sunderland was arrested for narcotics during a raid. A couple deaths occurred during the raid, but weren't by him. James Sunderland killed his wife with a pillow and was arrested a day later. He's still in jail. Then there was a Niles Sunderland, who was an older gentleman who was arrested after killing his neighbor's cat. Apparently it kept digging up his flower bed. He was arrested and released. There were several others, but these were the only ones that sparked interest.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything either. Are you doing a general search?
Of course. Sanders was in Florida, Law in Texas, Trust and Summers in Massachusetts. If this is all related, then it obviously spans a vast area.
I'm wondering if it's strictly in the States.
I don't know, but none of the Sunderland names seem to match anything you experienced. Nothing like David, nothing like April Law.
What about Powell?
I haven't checked into him yet. There's no date, which makes it a lot harder. We're also assuming that it's going to be in the records.
Which is a safe assumption.
Right, but there are a lot of murders that go unsolved, which is why I've been searching for types of deaths, hangings, disembowelment, satanic rituals. I figure it can lead us in the right direction, but again, these names may not correlate.
Right, it's just what Trust had hidden away.
Obviously, he was just doing his research.
There was a reason for him to write down these names. I wish I could go back to his house.
No, Roland, not right now.
It's been weeks.
Don't do it.
Okay.
You know, the police found the books and documents from the Sanders case in that farmhouse.
I brought them with us, then was unable to grab them when we escaped.
The captain knows you're still looking into this.
I'm being careful.
Honestly, Roland, you don't even know what you're looking for. Even if all these people were murderers who had nightmares and spouted some satanic bullshit, it doesn't mean there's necessarily some line you can follow to the end.
There's obviously a link. This isn't just murder. This is something else. And it spans years. Years, Rae. And it goes far beyond some nervous breakdown, farther than some sleepwalking nightmare, farther than any psychological bullshit the captain can come up with. Just keep searching.
And what are you going to do in the meantime?
I'm going to go to the library and keep searching as well. I want to see if there's any witnesses to the Law murder, or any of them. And I may try talking to Benson again.
What about Julia?
No.
Hey, did you buy a phone? I noticed the lack of traffic noise in the background.
Yes, I'm in my room.
Good. Can I call you when I find something?
I don't know how long I'll keep it.
I would like to be able to reach you when I need, rather than waiting for you to call me with new info.
That's fine.
Okay, Roland. I'll keep searching.
Thank you.
And you be careful.
I will.
Okay. I'll be in touch.